The UN Women just came out with an FAQ article that I think is really important. It's about digital abuse, trolling, stalking, and other forms of technology facilitated violence against women and girls. It opens with something that's really important and something that I've tried to portray, but I haven't had the words to do it because it is still so traumatizing for me. Imagine receiving a message from a stranger that contained chillingly accurate details about your daily routine. Or consider the shock of discovering that your footage has been digitally altered into explicit content and splashed across the internet. These are not hypothetical scenarios of digital abuse, they are frightening reality for millions of women and girls navigating the digital world today. I can speak from experience, having just that first sentence, receiving a message from a stranger that contained chillingly accurate details about your daily routine. Mine was in reference to locking my bathroom door whenever I was home alone. Um, Drawn pictures of the shower I had just taken. Um, and, you know, references to phone calls that I had just had. Um, it terrified me and it was surreal. But it's something that happens and nobody really gets to know about it. It's not something that's publicized. It's not something that is talked about, especially in relation to how often it happens. I have more examples of how my movements were tracked. And at this time, I know how that could have happened, but it doesn't. It's and it's hard to talk about. It's hard to think about again. Being in that mental space of having no idea why you're being targeted, having no idea how things are seeing you, um, much less how they're communicating it. Um, it's and it's common. That's the thing, is the fact that this is common. It's so common, but it's so not talked about. And the fact that it's not talked about does an injustice, a greater injustice to the women who are victims of it. To the it allows the perpetrators to get away with it, and that's been my experience, and I'm sure that others would agree. And other important things is the fact that cyberstalking, this type of cyber abuse, isn't something that is commonly prosecuted. So it is a crime that people can kind of freely get away with. At least in what I've found, at least in my personal experience, I couldn't get law enforcement to even believe that this stuff was happening to me. I was labeled as crazy. Whenever, now 5 years later, it's understood that, oh, this is a form of harassment. That's great. That's great that it's acknowledged now. I mean, how do you make up for the past 5 years of my life where I was made out to be psychotic? Losing numerous jobs, losing numerous relationships, having to go through horrible experiences just because law enforcement refused to intervene. Losing these jobs and relationships because they were experiencing this harassment with me. It wasn't something that I was experiencing on my own. It was something that these people had to experience with me. But it's a reality I don't want other people to have. There's no reason for it. Just being aware, and social media companies stepping up and extinguishing this opportunity to do this to people. And the fact that I'm a grown woman dealing with this, there's young girls dealing with this type of harassment, dealing with deepfakes, dealing with sexual harassment, potentially from grown men. I mean, this is a crime where the buck is passed consistently.